Welcome to the video course Agentic AI for Enterprise 2B. In this course, we focus on prompt engineering. Prompt engineering forms one key component of the generative AI, which is again part of the Agentic AI. So what is prompt engineering? As we see, prompt engineering is the art of crafting an effective prompt to guide generative AI models, especially the large language models, to produce the desired outputs. In any LLM which has been pre-trained on large amounts of data, it's using statistical methods to store that data. Now, for the LLM model to generate that response, we have to give effective prompts so that output generated is of maximum relevance. So prompt engineering is a model, kind of funnel model, which we are seeing in this diagram. The key components of the prompt engineering are the generative AI model, which is called the LLM, which has vast amounts of input data and using learning algorithms to store that data, and user prompt is the initial input which has been provided by the user to get output from the model. So prompt engineering is a kind of funnel. So the key processes we use are the keywords, the parameters we give, the structure of the response we want, and the context. So once we are clear what kind of prompt we are giving to the model, more we are clear and more we are specific, better response we'll get. So any successful outcome is normally after a iterative process, which we'll be discussing. So as we know, since LLM models are statistical, the way they store data, the way they are designed to give you the output of, say, they generate the output based on what are questions we are asking them. So they don't understand the human intent. So we have to specify all these. So a slight change in wording can mean a drastically different response from the LLM model. So in order to get proper response, we need the prompt engineering. So a well-engineered prompt unlocks the hidden capabilities of the model. Like one can perform complex reasoning or follow specific formatting, like we want the output in the form of bullets or in the form of docx format or in the form of JSON. So all these things we have to specify. To improve quality and efficiency and safety of the output, again, we need proper prompt engineering of the model. We have to tell exactly what things model has to avoid while formatting its response. So this will help us reducing the hallucinations and unethical and biased responses. So key techniques used in prompt engineering are the clarity and specificity of our inputs. So we have to be very explicit, unambiguous input we have to tell the model. Like we have to tell a model that we need a summary or we want a translation. We have to tell the response in the form of bulleted list or a code or paragraph or essay. So providing context and background is very important. We have to tell the model that it has to give a response like it's a marketing manager or a legal person writing that output. So we can basically create styles or uh, make model to act as an expert. So we can specify the roles. We can use constraints like keep only 200 words response. The model will create only that much of response. We can define the target audience, use different styles. We can tell the target audience can be a kid, 5-year kid. So response can be in the form of response model can generate for a 5-year kid. So examples. So the examples is very important while prompting. While prompting the model for a specific response, we can give the example that we are looking at translation from English to Spanish. So we can give an example. We say hello. The translation should tell us hola. Goodbye, adios. So this kind of example help the model to quickly understand what we want. Then there is another logic we can give, step-by-step logic. You can guide the model, say, if it has to solve a mathematical problem, we can give an example, say 5 plus 3 equal to into 2 equal to 10. So we can tell the model to give us response in the form of mathematical model. We can also specify through our prompts that the model should not take into consideration personal views so as to avoid biases. So prompting is an iterative process. That means while doing the prompting, one has to test and see the outcome. And if outcome is not desired, one can adjust the prompts. So typically, when one wants specific results from the model, one can draft an initial prompt, see the output, evaluate it, and refine the prompt. So that's called the iterative process. So who uses prompt engineering? Various developers who are creating codes out of LLMs. So they need to have a correct model behavior, correct format of code which is being generated. Data scientists who are optimizing model performance, or content creators who are enhancing the creative output. So they can leverage model in uh, brainstorming, editing, requiring them to craft effective prompts to get a desired creative outputs. So all this is possible from the inputs which we provide. Even business users, they can improve their daily productivity using these AI tools. Anyone interacting with AI tools like ChatGPT, Gemini, directly will benefit from understanding prompt engineering. To give you an example, if one has to do a research in a specific topic, so he has to tell the model that I need you to create a research which is of technical nature, and it should have sketch diagrams, and it should have color diagrams, and it should have HD diagrams. So if we specify all these parameters, the model will definitely generate a research report with high quality sketch and color diagrams. So what we see, prompt engineering is a key component to unlock the AI's hidden potential or full potential. So it's one of the vital skills for effective interaction with the LLMs. So prompt engineering now is rapidly evolving, and AI models are also becoming very sophisticated. So techniques are continuing to adapt. So it's a critical skill any individual or any enterprise which is looking to harness the power of generative AI, they need to have this skill. So key components, as we have seen, the training of LLM and the prompt engineering. In next chapter, we'll come to the another key component. Thank you.